My name is Tom Dent, and I represent the 13th District of the state of Washington, which begins on top of Snoqualmie Pass at I-90 and takes in Kittitas County, all of Kittitas County, 3 precincts in Yakima County, most of Grant County, and all of Lincoln County, and ends at the Spokane County line just a few miles west of Spokane. It's a relatively large geographic district. I think we're the 4th largest geographic district in the state. President Kennedy inspired me as a small child, is that we were able to watch. I would think I was in 4th or 5th grade, but I lived in Quincy then, and my teacher lived right across the street from the school. And when he was elected president, she took us over to her house to watch the inauguration. So there were no televisions in schools in those days. And we watched the inauguration, and I was a very quiet and shy young man. And when he said that, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country, spurred something inside of me that I thought about for a long time. I thought about it a lot because we were going through a hard time in our country then, around, with the Cold War and the issues and the Cuban Missile Crisis and these things, and watching President Kennedy do those things. It inspired me, and I realized that leaders in our country were just people. They weren't anything special, and it was up to us. This was our country, and it belonged to all of us. And my other political hero, which is interesting, both are Democrats and I'm a Republican, but was President Truman, because he was just kind of a straight-up guy. He didn't mince words. He just told you what he thought. You knew what he was thinking. And he was faced with making some monumental decisions, that was laid on his plate. He really didn't know about the Manhattan Project. He barely knew anything about it when he became President of the United States and had to make a real tough decision. And so I admired that, and I often thought what it took for him to do that. But he would make decisions. He would ask how long he had, and then if they told him it was 2 months, he took the 2 months. At the end of 2 months, he had an answer. So I always admired that. My seatmate tells me I'm an overachiever, so I work on a lot of issues. But one of my main issues is aviation. I had a career in aviation, so I made a living for 40 years, and so I'm passionate about aviation. Aviation is major. Aviation aerospace in the state of Washington is a huge contributor to our economy, and so I work on aviation issues a lot, with the different aviation organizations, so we can better the field in the state. The next step would be wildfire. Through my relationship in aviation, I understood how you can use aircraft to suppress wildfires, and I got involved in wildfire when I was first here, because I believe that it's inherently wrong to burn up our natural resources, and we need to work on that. And so the wildfire also tips into, suppression of wildfire, initial attack also goes into forest management, forest health, things of that nature. So it all kind of works together, but it's one of my major focuses. And then the other one that I work on is probably extremely passionate about is children's issues, foster kids. Our young people, some of our foster kids have had a terrible start in life, and what we can do to alleviate some of their issues and give them a better life, a better future. I'm real passionate about that, and all of our young people. I'm a kid guy, and I want to see them succeed and have the same opportunities that I was able to have.